Welcome to Seize the Mains by Malhotra's IS Academy. I'm Surbhi Sardana and this is season 3 of our daily answer writing initiative. This initiative is running in coordination with our website, which is rajisacademy.com. Every day on Seize the Mains, we discuss one question and its model answer from UPSC Civil Services mains point of view. So if you're struggling with answer writing, the creativity part, or if you feel that you do not get enough thoughts or views and you do not get the idea where to arrange them, how to arrange them, then this is the right place for you, this is the right initiative for you. Every day one question gets discussed at 9 p.m. from Monday to Saturday. The question and model answer discussed here gets uploaded on our website. The link to our website is available in the description below. If you click on any of these questions, the model answer would appear, and what you can do is, if you're practicing answer writing with us or if you're just starting, try to write your own answer and post it in the comment section under each question. Our team will evaluate your answers entirely free of cost and respond back with their valuable feedback in the next 48 hours. So that's how this initiative runs. It's not just a one-way approach but a two-way approach where you also participate and grow together. So the topic for today is DNA fingerprinting. See, first of all, I would like to give you a disclaimer that science questions, they can be highly technical and they remain technical for the entire fraternity, all the aspirants who are writing mains that year. So yes, they will be technical for all of them. There are some technical questions that have been asked in the past and not a lot of aspirants knew anything about them. So do not worry about tech based questions, but yes, it's our responsibility as aspirants to do some answers or to complete some topics which are recurrently appearing in the news, which are being seen in the news and which have a great potential to change how things operate in our country. So those technologies are a must to cover. You cannot just give up on them, or you just cannot flip pages. Also, the explained series of Hindu newspaper and Indian Express newspapers, they exclusively cover some of the topics on a daily basis as well. So these topics and mostly the UPSC Civil Services questions also, they are asked from that part of the newspaper. So definitely cover these topics, and the topic for today is also from one of the explained series of Indian Express that appeared 3 days back. Let's read the question. Also, since this appears to be a very long question, UPSC would bombard you with multiple questions in just one question. So, sometimes they would appear silly as well. Some subparts of the question, they're not very relevant also, or they're not very clear also. So, just, hold your ground there, hold your breath, and after that, try to address the question as it has been framed, on the question paper. Go stepwise. Let's read this question. It is a sample question that has been put there. What do you understand by DNA fingerprinting? So that is the technology that is covered in biotech part of our GS classes in science and tech. So that part is very much simple. What do you understand by DNA fingerprinting? Not just the definition, but 1-2 lines of explanation also. That would form our intro here. So we are sorted with the introduction, what to do and how to write. Writing introductions for science and tech or tech based questions is the simplest task, because if a new technology is coming up, you just need to define it or just need to elaborate how it operates, and there you are done. Briefly discuss its evolution in India. Yes, a very high tech, but briefly discuss its evolution in India. So this has been in news in the past few years. What are the challenges associated with its usage in India? So challenges specifically to India. Also discuss the applications of this technology. So basically it is covering the entire topic, starting from the definition, evolution, applications, the problems associated. Everything is is demanded from you to be covered here. Answer in 250 words. So that is a breather, that the answer has to be a long one. It is not a 150 words answer. So that's a breather, but again, different parts of this technology should be clear to you, and you just have to write few points for each of the parts and you will be done with 250 words and you will get a very high score on such questions. Let's start with the introduction. As we discussed, let's write about DNA fingerprinting first. Define it for a common person. Define it for a common person. Do not write a very techie definition in your first sentence itself. So DNA fingerprinting, it is a method used to identify an individual from a sample of DNA by looking at unique patterns in their DNA. Alright, then now we are going to the tech part here. DNA or deoxyribonucleic acid is composed of bases. There are 4 bases in DNA. We call them ATCG: adenine, cytosine, guanine and thymine. This is basic biotech. If you go through biotech NCERTs also, this is present. The structure of DNA is taught everywhere. And if you haven't taken any coaching classes, just refer to biology NCERTs or chemistry NCERTs for 11th and 12th for that matter, and the structure would be clear. Sugar and phosphate, 2 bases linked to each other using hydrogen bonds to form pairs. Although 99.7% of the DNA or the genes contained in the DNA, genetic makeup that we talk about, genes come together and then they form the DNA. 99.7% of the makeup is similar between any 2 people, but there is 0.3% of difference, which accounts to almost 10 million different base pairs, and by identifying this difference you can differentiate between 2 people on the basis of their DNA structure or how genes are organized in their DNA. So by examining this we can identify the relationship between 2 people by identifying by carrying out their DNA profiling. DNA fingerprinting is used in a variety of situations. Now you've given the tech part here, you're lightly writing about its significance before moving on to the body paragraph. Criminal investigations, other forensic purposes and paternity testing. These are the most popular applications. Now moving on to body paragraph 1, which talks about evolution, how it evolved in India. So you don't have to talk about how it happened in United Kingdom or anywhere else, just talk about India. So Dr. Lalji Singh is the father of DNA fingerprinting in India. He developed DNA fingerprinting for crime investigations at the Center for Cellular and Molecular Biology in Hyderabad in 1988. Also important scientists from India and their contribution to science and technology, that is part of your main syllabus. So definitely keep jotting down these scientists that you come across, doctors, scientists, researchers that you come across, because they might help you in your mains exam. The exact scientist might not be asked again, but at least related to some technology, it might be asked again, the technology might be asked again, and then this information can come handy. In 1989, DNA fingerprinting was first used in a case by Kerala police, and since 2000, this technology has been regularly used in the criminal cases. So that is your very brief evolution, just 2-3 lines or 2-3 points of evolution and you are done. Now what are the issues associated with DNA fingerprinting specifically with respect to India? First of all, the capacity for DNA fingerprinting in the country, that is lacking. It is available only at a few places in Maharashtra, West Bengal, Delhi, Hyderabad and Chandigarh. Advanced practices in the technology are limited to the Center for DNA Fingerprinting and Diagnostics in Hyderabad, or just to Hyderabad, or a research lab in Hyderabad. The third one is degradation of samples. See, India is a tropical country. Storing DNA samples for a very long time, because our criminal cases stay pending for decades, sometimes decades in our courts, and storing DNA samples for that long time, that is tough, because India is a tropical country. Also we have budgetary constraints also when it comes to criminal investigations or storing DNA samples. So degradation of a sample with prolonged contact to sunlight and humidity and heat due to tropical climate. Then you have corruption is there, tampering with evidence is there, misconception during labeling sample is there. Just one label on the sample of DNA that can change entire reality of a case. If the labeling that happens on the sample, it is swapped between somebody who's innocent and the criminal. If it is swapped between them, nobody gets to know, because obviously you cannot see DNA, nobody gets to know the difference, and it can change the destiny of individuals. So, and that that comes with corruption, a lot of corruption, tampering with that evidence, misconception during labeling. It is possible, and hence although DNA fingerprinting, it is very reliant and it has helped in solving many crimes, but its efficiency, that is being suspected in the conviction of criminals. So public at large, they do not DNA fingerprinting came out as a technology which asked for public trust, but because of presence of other situations in the country, how criminal justice operates and how delayed it is, public trust has been lacking. Finally, the technology also brings fear of violation of right of privacy. Yes, that is there, that goes without saying. And assumption of innocence, health and others. It triggers insecurities in minorities in our society. That's why DNA profiling is happening. There is a discrepancy on how long the data would be available and how it can be used by people in other cases. So there is privacy, where the data would be kept, will the data where it is stored, will that be safe? And what is the government trying to do by carrying out DNA profiling? Especially the minorities are very much afraid of it, so public trust is lacking. There have been cases of data fraudulence in the country. All of this put together, only 2 to 3% legal cases in India avail DNA fingerprinting technology because of the above mentioned points. Now finally, in the applications part of DNA fingerprinting, obviously the first part is it can help you investigate crime scenes. In forensic science, it is used to identify prospective criminal suspects, prove paternity and establish familial ties. What else? It can be used to identify and protect the commercial crop and livestock types. If you carry out DNA fingerprinting of crops and livestock, that can be done to figure out an organism's evolutionary history that is possible and relationship between different groupings of species. The third one is it is used in the medical sector to match tissues of organ donors with those of people who need transplants. Again, there has been an explained series seen on organ donation. So before organ donation or before any transplant, DNA fingerprinting is used. It can also be used to identify some diseases. Some genetic diseases can be identified, and with the help of basic gene editing tools or DNA editing tools, those diseases can be cured. So it can be used to identify diseases that are passed down through family, help find cures for those diseases called hereditary conditions. And finally, recombinant DNA, it has improved plant growth by increasing nitrogen fixation efficiencies, cloning bacterial genes and inserting them into plant cells. So that all of that is the content of your answer. We are already closing down to 250 words. So our conclusion would be just one line long, because we do not have a lot of words left, plus not a lot of viewpoints also. This is a very static question. Earlier we had the DNA fingerprinting regulation bill. So whenever a bill or an act is in news or it has been asked in the question, you can still give a viewpoint. But regarding a technology, yes, you can praise it, you can talk about its applications, how much potential it has, you can talk about the issues associated with it, and everything was asked in the question itself. So in the conclusion, the examiner will not be expecting us to write a lot. What we can do is just give one line that nevertheless the technology of DNA fingerprinting holds immense potential, not just for identifying criminals but for protecting innocents at large. So that is something, that is a tilt that you can give to your answer or any other tilt that you require. The entire answer has been uploaded on our website, which is rajIASacademy.com. Please click on the link in the description to visit our website, go to mains answer writing section and join this initiative. It can help you immensely in your preparation. What else? Subscribe to the channel if you are watching our videos regularly. Please subscribe to the channel, it lets us know that you're watching us. If there are any improvements that you need from our side, any sort of help, do let us know in the comment section below. Stay tuned to our channel. I'll see you with another discussion tomorrow at 9 PM. All the best and keep working hard.